Hello, peoples and persons. Welcome back to Dante's Derivatives. All right, so today we're going to be doing some more practical cybersecurity work. I want to show you guys some incident response, and I'll just go ahead and call it something similar to a blue team capture the flag event. We're going to be looking through some security logs on blueteamlabs.online, and we're going to be answering some questions. So let's jump right into it. But before we do, I want to say I'm not sponsored or affiliated by blueteamlabs.online in any way. I just think they're a great place to practice your blue team cybersecurity skills. Let's go. All right, so as I said before, we're on Blue Team Labs online, and we're going through the Log Analysis Privilege Escalation Challenge Room. So let's go ahead through the scenario, and then we'll go to the questions. A server with sensitive data was accessed by an attacker, and the files were posted on an underground forum. This data was only available to a privileged user, in this case, the root account. Responders say www data would be the logged-in user if the server was remotely accessed, and this user doesn't have access to the data. The developer stated that the server is hosting a PHP-based website and that proper filtering is in place to prevent PHP file uploads to gain malicious code execution. The bash history is provided to you, but the recorded commands don't appear to be related to the attack. Can you find what actually happened? I bet we can. Let's go to the questions. So the first question, what user other than root is present on the server? And to answer that, we actually have to download this file to our local system. This is a log file. It's the bash history file. So I'm going to copy this link, and we'll take it to our local Kali system. I'm in Kali Linux, and I'm going to wget and then paste the link and hit enter. And Kali's going to download that for us. And I'll go in ls so we can see it. It's actually a zip folder. So I'll make space on my screen. I'll ls, and I'm going to unzip this zip folder. Okay, and the password, it's going to ask for a password. So go ahead and check the password. It's on their system. The password is BTLO. So I'll put in BTLO, all under lowercase letters. And it extracts two files. So let's see. We'll cd into the directory that it made. ls. Okay, we've got two files in here, bash history and btlo.txt. I'm going to clear the screen so we can read this better. So this bash history, well, actually, I'll read the btlo.txt first. btlo.txt. So this free challenge is owned and provided by blueteamlabs.online. Please don't distribute these files outside of your platform. We already give them away for free anyways. So, okay, we won't do that. So this is just a disclaimer, so I'm going to actually remove this file so we don't mistake it for actual data. Okay. And now, the bash history. Let's cat this bash history file real fast. Okay, so it looks like a whole bunch of commands. Yep, it's just a history of all of the commands that were run on the A server. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to clear the screen. What I want to do is actually nano this bash history file so we can actually get line numbers. So I'll hit Alt-Shift-3, and that gives us line numbers in our nano. So now we can see, we'll scroll all the way down, and there's only 63 lines in this bash history file. So that's actually perfect. That's not a lot of data for us to look through. So let's see what the first question was one more time. What user other than root is present on the server? So let's just go ahead, since it's only 63 lines, we'll just go ahead and go through this. All right, cd root, cd home. Okay, it looks like there's a Daniel inside of the home directory. So I see a root here. It says other than root. Perl, Python. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that Daniel is the name. So what user other than root is present on this server? I'll say Daniel. Hey, question answered correctly. Whoop, whoop. So what script did the attacker try to download to the server? What script did they try to download to the server? Let's go and look and see. We'll start from the first line and we'll scroll down a little bit. Looks like there's some file handling in here. Okay, so print working directory, ID, who am I? They were trying to see, where they were, who they were in the file system. So they attempted to switch user to root. I'm not sure if that was successful. Find/name Perl, find/name Python. So they were looking for Python. They were looking for some type of scripting capabilities in this system. Okay, Python -c import pty. So they tried to spawn a bash shell. So the question specifically says, what script did the attacker try to download to the server? So let's look for, there's a wget here. So they're trying to download something just like I wgetted the BTLO file onto my system, the bash history logs. They are also wgetting something here. So it's raw.github usercontent.com. So they're getting some from GitHub here. Linux exploit suggester. I'm going to go to that specific line and hit end. Linux exploit suggester.sh. Looks like this is the actual file that they were looking for. So I'm going to copy that. It looks like this is what they were trying to download. So it's either Linux exploit suggester.sh or it's les.sh. But it looks like this is the only thing that I've seen that they were trying to download so far. Okay, so we'll take this back to Blue Team Labs Online. Linux exploit suggester.sh. Correct. Whoop, whoop. We got that one correct. Okay. What packet analyzer tool did the attacker try to use? So let's look for, it might be Wireshark, could be anything. Let's look and see what packet analyzer that they were using. They're trying to analyze packets somehow in here. There's only 63 lines, so we'll just scroll through a little bit. Well, maybe if I do control find. Can you not control find in here? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. So let's try Wireshark. Wireshark, no. Command line packet analyzing could be like TCP dump. No. Okay, so I'll exit out of this. Let's look. Let's just actually scroll through. Cat Etsy shadow. Oh, there's TCP dump. Why didn't that show up? Maybe I spelled it wrong. So TCP dump is a packet analyzer. So we'll take this back. What packet analyzer tool did the attacker try to use? TCP dump. And we was correct. Whoop, whoop. What file extension did the attacker use to bypass the file upload filter implemented by the developer? Okay, so let's go ahead and look in here. We only have one file, and I don't think that there's going to be any configuration settings in here, so I won't be able to see how the developer's filtering anything, but we can look through, because I do remember seeing something at the end. Yeah, see, this looks like a really oddly named like extension or something. .phtml. Yeah, we'll scroll through. I'm pretty sure this is it, because this is what they deleted. It says they deleted a web shell, so we'll try and see if this is it. What file extension did the attacker use to bypass the file upload filter implemented by the developer? So There's web filters that can stop people from uploading malicious content onto certain websites. So apparently, let's see if this file extension was able to bypass the web filter. And it looks like this was the correct answer. Whoop, whoop. So .phtml was actually able to bypass the web filtering security. That's pretty interesting. Let's try and answer the last question. Based on the commands run by the attacker before removing the PHP shell, what misconfiguration was exploited in the Python binary to gain root level access? Was it a reverse shell, file upload, file write, SUID, or library load? So let's go ahead and look. So there's a couple of Python lines in here, Python-C. So this was them spawning a shell. We'll look through. There's another, looks like here's another Python line. Shell. So it specifically said shell, so I'm going to think about this real fast. So a reverse shell, based on the commands run by the attacker before removing the PHP shell, what misconfiguration was exploited in the Python binary to gain root level access? So the web shell specifically didn't give them root access. It must have been the file itself, which would mean, was it the file upload? Let's try that. If it's either the file upload, the file being uploaded, or it's the SUID, or the permissions. So let's try this. 2 is not correct, so I'm gonna say it's 4 SUID. Hey, nice. Okay, cool. So I got more work to do because I don't want to say I guessed on the last one, but we actually got one incorrect. So I definitely got more studying to do, but I appreciate you guys so much for participating in this little beginner blue team activity with me. It kind of felt like a little capture the flag. And yeah, if you have not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button so that way you see more of my videos. And as always, thank you for learning.